This is Rob Temper for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined here today. We're at the Alexander Povetkin Anthony Joshua final press conference. I'm here with David Price. How are you, David?
I'm good, thanks, Rob.
Good stuff. So we're here today. You're going to be fighting this Saturday Sergey Kuzmin on the Joshua Povetkin undercard. Tell us a little bit about that fight.
Yeah, the fight was offered to me about 10 days ago from now. Initially it was offered about 8 weeks ago, but we turned it down with a view to fighting in Belfast. But that fight got cancelled, and then so we took this fight the weekends. We've been in training anyway. Yeah, it's an exciting fight. It's going to be fireworks.
What can you tell fans who maybe aren't as familiar with Sergey Kuzmin as I'm sure you are? What kind of a fighter is he? What kind of challenges does he prove in the ring?
He's an aggressive, come forward, strong fighter who's is going to be looking to throw some wide punches around the sides of my guard and to land a shot. So he's undefeated. Got 9 KOs out of 12 wins. But I'm going to have to meet him head on and put him on the back foot instead of inviting the pressure. I'm just going to go out there all guns blazing.
Now, you said something interesting in the press conference. Just like to dig a little bit deeper on that. You said that after your last fight against Alexander Povetkin, you emerged with kind of a renewed sense of confidence. It's not something you typically hear from somebody who's just been stopped. Can you just explain that to us?
Before that fight, I didn't know whether I belonged in that level with someone like Alexander Povetkin. I didn't know whether I'd be able to compete with him. But I took the fight in the hope that I would. And then proved that I could, even though the fight was, it was a short fight. It was over in 5 rounds, but it was a ding-dong, and I competed on every level with him, really. So I come out of it with a renewed confidence, and the response I got off people was brilliant after the fight, so that gave me a boost as well. So I was like a new man, really.
How is your mindset different now compared to where it was, say, 2 or 3 years ago? I mean, from your own admission, the fight against Alexander Povetkin, you went in with little pressure on you. Sort of similar thing here. How does that change your preparation and your mindset?
It makes everything more enjoyable. So the likes of this today and fight week and everything else, it's just that little bit more relaxed and a little bit more enjoyable. And I wish I could feel like this when I was undefeated and up and coming, because the thought of a defeat was the end of the world. But it isn't. Ultimately, it's not the end of the world, and opportunities keep creating themselves for myself, even though I've lost 5 times now. I don't want to keep losing. I want to start winning, starting on Saturday night.
Should you come through this fight, where are you going to be looking at after somebody like Sergey Kuzmin? Is it British titles, or is it after this you're only looking for that sort of world European level?
Well, I think this is a world level fight, so it's going to have to be a world level, an eliminator for a world title of some sort, maybe. It's definitely going to put me right up there if I win this fight.
And just finally, final word on the main event. You've shared the ring with both men. Joshua inspiring Povetkin, obviously, in your last outing. Break down the main event for us.
Yeah, Povetkin's a lot better than people realise as far as his skill set and his boxing brain, his judgment at distance, his defence, and his toughness. He's a real tough guy. So it's going to make an intriguing fight. He's well schooled. He'll be switched on. Joshua won't be getting big shots off too easily with him, but I think he is susceptible to a left hook, which Joshua can throw well. Joshua just needs to make the right decisions during the fight, when to let his shots go, keep that defence nice and tight, which he does. He's got good hands, Joshua, when he's punching. And I think the longer the fight goes on, Joshua's youth will take over, and I think he'll end the fight between rounds 7 and 9.
Being in the ring with Alexander Povetkin, what surprised you, or was there anything that surprised you about being in the ring with him? What does he do well? You just mentioned he's susceptible to left hooks. Is there anything else?
He's difficult to get a right hand off against. You can't really land your right hand because he just pulls away to make you miss that by that much, and that just doesn't go for me. That was Vladimir as well. Vladimir put him down a handful of times, but it was mainly off the left hooks, left hands. But what surprised me most was how close I was to as being as good as him. That's what surprised me most about that fight, how good I was in it compared to him. But no, he's got good judgment at distance, good timing, accuracy, his punch accuracy. When he's landing on the gloves, you're like, not much in them, but when he sees the opening, he whips it. and he'll land on the temple or the chin, which is why you see him starch opponents who don't really get knocked out cold, like your Takams, like your Drualpas, your Chars. Their fighters, Mike Perez, done them all because he's accurate and he's quick.
Okay, well, David Price, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday against Sergey Kuzmin at Wembley Stadium.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Dave. Thanks, mate. Nice.